Hi everybody, it's Elise Lonsdale in yet another short form video, and I guess you're all wondering, did I resolve the black screen of death for my client? The short answer is yes I did, and thanks go to two people. One is Scott here in Sydney, Australia, and the other one is Matthew in Coventry, the UK, both saying the same thing. So obviously what had happened is that Vespero of Freedom Scientific had released a quick emergency fix for this problem at some point during earlier part of April, because I'm on holidays and would have missed it, but evidently it was known across the board. It affected quite a lot of hardware, and it almost looked like it was actually the screen curtain, or the screen shade as it's called. So it's difficult to know. At least it's resolved. So what they both said was go and download the fresh installer from their website, which I did, the Vespero of Freedom Scientific website, and install from that, rather than doing the internal hot fix update, which is what I had tried originally yesterday with my client. One of the people advised me actually just get the offline installer, which I did, which is an installer for JAWS / ZoomText Fusion that allows you to install onto a computer that's not connected to the internet, or maybe behind a corporate firewall. And the reason we use that is so that all the components that the installer needs, or JAWS needs to run, or ZoomText Fusion needs to run, are in this one packaged file. Generally what happens with the versions you download from the website, the normal installers, is that they download a very small installer program with the very basics of the JAWS or ZoomText install in it, and then it goes out onto the World Wide Web and fetches the components that it thinks it needs. And sometimes that can't happen if it's behind a corporate firewall, or the computer obviously isn't connected to the internet. So that's how we resolved it, and it just brings us back to some of the things I've been talking about. Research, and I'm privileged that I'm the owner of a number of groups. One is Blindness and Beyond, which is where one of the people came from, and the other one was TechWiz, which are two very successful WhatsApp groups and WhatsApp networks that I've been privileged to run along with other people such as Adam, Mike, Darren, Elijah, just to name a few, Mark as well, to run some of these groups that enables the swapping of ideas. And we often say no question is a silly question, particularly with TechWiz. So the Blindness and Beyond tends to deal with a bit of tech, but mostly NDIS matters. So to have these groups means that if you get stuck, you put out a call and somebody will eventually come back with some assistance, and that's what happened in this case. I phoned the client this morning from New England, jumped on remote incident manager with them, did the install, and they're as happy as Larry because they've got their ZoomText back, as well as their JAWS, of course. I'm Elise Lonsdale, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in another short form video.